refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of RBO with your boy Vaughn. How's everybody doing today? Happy Friday for everybody, that worked that Monday through Friday, and it's the weekend for you. Happy Friday. I know you guys are excited. I'm also excited. It's not just because it's Friday, but NBA playoff basketball, man. It's been intense. It's been everything that I wanted to be, everything. I'm pretty sure a lot of NBA fans that have been a little discouraged to watch basketball on a day-to-day basis during the regular season, I know they're pretty amped right now as well. Shout out to the whole network. First and foremost, we got a lot of different shows on the network. You check down low in the bio, you'll see each show listed down there. Make sure you check out their channel. Also, there's a link down low to become a member. Become a member with R2L. You get access to these different chats on Instagram, and it goes down in there, man. You get a lot of trolling. You get a lot of knowledge. During the games, you get a lot of people in there talking about what they see. It's kind of like we're watching the games together. So it's kind of like a family growing there. But it's a good time. I'm trying to tell you. So also, make sure you tap into the comment section, man. I always got my boy Blaze right there. He peeking. he clocking me right on time. So I like to see, man, he right on time, ready for this NBA action, man. I know you guys are ready too. Make sure you stay active in them comment sections. And also like, subscribe, share this with anybody that's a huge NBA fan, because it's going down. It's going down. Okay. So what we're going to talk about today, we're just going to talk about the series that's been going on. We had the East side is pretty much done for the first round. We're waiting on 2 games in the West. Tonight we have Golden State versus the Rockets. And then tomorrow we have the Clippers versus the Nuggets. So those are the only 2 series that are still in the round 1, and they're in the West. So we're going to start over. We're going to start with the easy ones first. Cavs win their series 4-0. Man. So I feel sorry for Dave right now, man. He lost his boy Jimmy. And, I've been telling him, they Jimmy or bust. Tyler Hero, he cool, but he got to be like a number 3. He can't be really your number 2. And definitely can't be your number 1 if you plan on winning the championship. However, in this series, it looked like all those guys got to go. Like, the way they kept showing Pat Riley in the stands, it's like he just thinking like, man, who am I trade? Who can I get for him? Who can I get for him? So right now, the Miami Heat, I would say, would be in a rebuild mode. If I'm the Miami Heat, I'm definitely looking at trading a lot of guys. They have a lot of assets there, a lot of people that they can move to get some picks, to get a player or two, some young guys. So Miami, they're not in a terrible spot. They're not in a spot like a team with no assets. They have something that they can offer teams. So good luck to you guys. Orlando Magic, we now run Florida for sure. Next, Cavs, man. The Cavs in this round one, what we learned, they demonstrated what we already knew this whole season. This team is deep. This team is deep. I mean, game 3, they won by what, 30? They won by 37, and Donovan Mitchell didn't even have a great game. I don't even think he had 15 points that game. And they still annihilated this team. You got guys like DeAndre Hunter coming off the bench, contributing. You got guys like Ty Jerome coming off the bench, taking over games. Sam Merrill coming off the bench, hitting threes. This team is loaded, and they demonstrated that in round one, cruising. When I say cruising, I mean cruising past a Miami Heat team that is now in search of what they want, of who they are, of is this Miami Heat culture still here? Like, what do we have to do to get that back? Kyle Anderson, he said in the press conference, I mean, it looks like they're a better team without Garland. That's how deep this Cavs team is. So, you know, the Cavs right now, they have strength in numbers. They have a dominant defender. They have a solid big man that can rebound, defend, catch lobs. And they have a closer in Donovan Mitchell, a guy that's been there, a guy that's proven. So this team is very dangerous for sure. We're going to look and see if they can get the job done. They got the Pacers next, which I think is going to be a heck of a series. All right, let's get the other easy one out the way right quick. We got the Thunder 4-0, the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, that quote from John Morant, he came out, he said, man, they lucky I got hurt. I had them figure out. John, I feel you. Y'all were winning big time in that game. But to say you got them figured out, come on, man. This OKC Thunder team, I mean, that first game, I watched the first game, and they went on a run in the first half. It was like something I've never seen before. Like, they was all over this Grizzlies team. It was nothing this Grizzlies team could really do. So with Ja going down, it was really pretty much that they were done. I mean, without a coach, you cannot beat this team. Without a coach, it's going to be hard to win in the playoffs unless you have a guy that has been there and done that, like a Jokic. He's been there and he's done that. He's a center. It's easier to impact the game as a center rather than a point guard. So, Ja Morant and the Grizzlies, they are just like the Heat, in my opinion. They got a lot of changes to make. They got to see what they're going to do. Got to find a coach. They got to see if they're going to stick with Bane and Jaren Jackson. I do like Scottie Pippen Jr. He came out and he looked real good this year, if you ask me. He looks like a guy that deserves to be on a roster. So I will expect for him to be back next year. But this OKC Thunder team, man, they're waiting on a winner of this Nuggets and Clippers series to see if they got to play them, see who they got to play. And I think they can beat either team, to be quite honest. Now, this is going to be their true test because everyone looked at Memphis not really as a true test. Everyone knew OKC was going to get past them. You know, you got the MVP front runner in SGA. You got the number one defense in the league. Those guys are deep as far as guys that can put the ball in the basket. So they're a pretty well-rounded team, and next round will be their true test to see if they matured enough to truly make a run, because Memphis, no one really expected Memphis to do much. I mean, they were like the number 2 seed at one point, and then they just slid through the bad play, because I can't really blame it on injuries because they were going through injuries all year, even when they was number 2. So, hey, man, when you need a coach, you need a coach for sure. All right. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in with your boy. We had to get the easy ones out the way right quick because it wasn't really much to say for those games, to be quite honest. Okay, the next series we're going to talk about. We're going to hop on this Pacers versus the Bucks. The Pacers win this series 4-1. Now, this is very, very disappointing for a lot of Bucks fans, for a lot of Giannis fans, for a lot of Doc River fans. I mean, you went down 4-1. I mean, Giannis, it seems like this is a time where you have to figure out if you're going to stay or if you're going to truly demand exactly. Well, actually, I can't say the second part because you've got what you wanted. You got Dame over there. You got shooters over there. You got Kuzma over there, another guy, which he hasn't showed up and done nothing. But what I just say about the Grizzlies, you need coaching. Now, I'm not trying to sit here and say Doc is a terrible coach, but he's not the best coach. When you are Giannis, looking to capitalize, looking to maximize your peak, looking to win, to be in contention for championships year in and year out. Doc Rivers has proven that he can't get the job done. The last time he got the job done was with Boston when they had KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen, and Rondo. Shout out Rondo. With the Clippers, he failed. With even back before the Celtics, with Orlando, failed. With the Philly, he failed. A lot of people will blame that on Embiid's injuries and things of that nature. But what I think, I personally think it's him. I do. When you watch these games, you watch the lineups he puts out there, you watch the type of plays that they're running out there, the offense that they have with the personnel that they got, you would think they can have a smoother offense, you know? You should have more of Giannis pick and rolling, Giannis picking and diving, rather than him always having the ball in his hand. See, that's the thing about coaches. They don't know how to adjust. You know, Dame Lillard gets there, he goes down. They didn't know how to truly adjust to that. They didn't truly know how to maximize the team without a Damian Lillard. And another thing about Doc that throws me off is the things he says in his press conferences. He says stuff like, Kuzma got to get the ball. You got to get involved for him to do something. You're the coach, bro. Run the play. Draw the play up. What are y'all executing out there? If he's not getting the ball, that's your fault. That's your fault, coach. Because the coach's job is to maximize the team's efforts, to maximize everybody's skill set, maximize what everybody can do out there. But Giannis, you and Dame, 2 years in a row, man, injured and couldn't get it done. Son got a shake. And Kyle Kuzma, this was a chance for you to actually be in a place where you plan for something. You play with the Wizards. No disrespect to my Wizards fans. You play in LA in the playoffs. But then you went to the Wizards. You got used to playing bad basketball. Now you with the Bucks. And now you have to switch that gear. It's hard to switch that gear. You need a certain type of coach to help you switch that gear. You feel me? And I feel like Doc just isn't that guy. Giannis, listen to your boy. If you trying to win, don't go with Doc again. Believe that. Shout out my man Bibby in the comment. He said he's cheese sticks. I'm pretty sure he's talking about Doc. Shout out to Tom over here, Wizards fan. Hey, no disrespect taken. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. All right, man. I gotta shout out the Pacers though. You know, I had to get on the Bucks for sure. If you ain't check out Dave's Doghouse, check it out. Because it's a lot of people in that doghouse from this playoff run for sure. All right. Pacers. The Pacers, man, they're looking like a well-oiled machine, man. Shout out to Ty in the chat. He's one of the hosts for In the Red Corner. Make sure you check out their podcast. They always lit. Ty always talks about how good their offense is. And you got to give them props. They have a very potent offense. They have guys that can put the ball in the basket all over the floor, man. And this Pacers team, one thing I must say, they've picked it up with the grit and their grind this year. Last year, I felt like they was a little soft. But this year, it's not just because they put out the Bucks. I've been watching them all year, and they just been playing with a little bit more intensity. And that's what it's going to take in the playoffs. Because if you haven't been watching these series, the intensity has been up 5-10 more notches than it was in the playoffs. I mean, in the regular season. But shout out to the Bucks, man. Ernie Smith, man. He's a I thought he was a steal in the draft. Well, not he didn't get drafted by the Pacers. I believe he got drafted by the Bucks. They said he was the best shooter in the draft that year, and then he didn't really get. No, he got drafted by the Celtics, and he didn't get that much burn. Now he ended up with the Pacers, and look at him now, man. He's looking like an excellent role player out there. A guy that can defend. He plays hard, hits his threes, but he also attacks the basket. Also attacks the boards, hustles. He's one of those guys you will want on your team. One of those guys that you need on your team to win. Shout out to Andy Smith, man, for sure. But I gotta talk about the man of the show, the man that run the show, Halliburton. Now, a lot of people say he's overrated. If you've been with your boy since I started, you know I had him ranked, I believe, number 5 or maybe number 5 or 4 as the top players under 25 in the NBA. And it's because of stuff like this, man. He has the ability to impact the game in a lot of ways. People forget how tall he is. He's not no 6'1" point guard out there. I believe he's like 6'5", 6'6", I believe, out there, long arms. And on that last bucket that he got on Giannis, he danced on him and got to the basket on him and finished. A lot of people wouldn't expect that. I didn't. I thought he would hit a jumper on Giannis, rather not take Giannis to the basket. I mean, that was quite amazing, I must say. I'm not gonna lie. Halliburton, the way he commands the floor out there, but this next round against the Cavs is really gonna show me something. Same thing I feel about OKC, because I feel like the Pacers, they got the Bucks number. Ever since they beat them in the in-season tournament, it was like it's nothing they can really do with this team, to be quite honest. They always beat them. I mean, the Bucks get their games, but for the most part, the Pacers got this team number. But Halliburton made big plays all series, man. Shout out to Halliburton. Oh yeah, one more thing I gotta just say this about Doc. He blew a 7-point lead with 40 seconds left. Remember that. But that's the Pacers, man. Shout out to the Pacers. They play the Cavs next round. This is going to be a good game. I'm excited to see, because both teams are pretty deep. Both teams have guys out there that can really put the ball in the basket. So it's going to be interesting to see. Shout out to Bibby. He said, I really think these coaches today, some just too friendly, man. Want to be cool with the players, etc., instead of doing their job and having that real coach mentality. And that's a fact. That's a fact, baby. That's a fact. I mean, these guys, like, now, I feel like with social media, with these contracts guys are getting, and just the money, it's like people are more worried about their brand, and it's not like I saw Isaiah Thomas. He was talking about LeBron when he had the shut off, saying the professionalism in this league is just, and I felt it when he said that. Like, I didn't feel it when he was just talking about Bron. It's like, come on, bro. You should have just talked about the professionalism. You didn't have to loop Bron situation in there. Excuse me. However, I do feel like the league is getting not as professional as it used to be. You know what I mean? Like, even with the coaches. So, shout out to Blade. He said, we done with the 90s, baby. I was just about to say, it's not like back in the day. Let's see. All right, next series we about to talk about. We about to hop on. Got to talk about my squad, man. Hold on, I need a second. Oh, I'm back. Orlando Magic lose to the Celtics. Celtics win 4-1. This was a very physical series, as most of them are. But this one was very, very physical. I mean, it was like probably 4 or 5 flagrant fouls called in this series. You see blood. It was a lot going on. It was intense. The Celtics are just who they are. The Celtics are just who they are. They are a well-oiled, firing machine. This team are the defending champions. They defend the ball pretty well, and I wouldn't say, because their offense isn't super complex. I wouldn't like how a Spurs offense, a lot of ball movement. I mean, they do move the ball. However, it's a lot of picks, get the mismatch, attack the mismatch, kick, rebound, kick it out, and they hit their shots, getting their runs. I think this team, though, they did what they were supposed to do. The fact that Orlando got one game, because if you watch other networks that talk about the playoffs, most of them had them sweeping the Magic. And if you watch those games, Orlando put up a better fight than a lot of people would think. But a couple key points. Tatum showed out there that he's truly the best player on that team. If anybody ever thought Jaylen Brown was better, it's over. If you watch the series, I mean, that series was so physical that it was hard for guys to get into their shots. I mean, Peyton Pritchard, he was bad a lot of games. He struggled. Derek White struggled a lot of times. I mean, he had a game where he balled out, but he struggled a lot of times for the most part. Same with Jaylen Brown. He had a game where he balled out 30-something points, but he struggled a lot of times as well. Tatum was the only guy, except for the first game, that was able to be him. He was the guy that was able to do what he do. So if anybody thought Brown was better, and if you was watching the series against the Magic, then you know Tatum on a different level, because the physicality that Orlando defense brought, it caused a lot of problems for the Celtics defense. I mean, they had a lot of games where they didn't make that many threes. One game they didn't hit a three the whole first half. So that is a true testament to the defense and the physicality that was out there. And Tatum, he still was out there being him, putting on a show. So shout out to Tatum, man. He did what he was supposed to do, for sure. Another thing, the Magic can't score, man. They need some more scorers out there. They need guys that can put the ball in the basket. They had injuries to Jalen Suggs and Mo Wagner, and that was definitely shown out there. You need guys that can not only hit open shots, but can create their own shots and create shots for others. You need guys that can just create a spark. It's other ways to create sparks rather than just getting buckets. Defending, rebounding, hustling. There's a lot of ways to do that, and you need guys out there that can do that. And those are our number one and number two guys just for that job. So that was definitely needed. And then Orlando, the coach has to mature. You can't stick with the same things that you did all season and think it's going to work in the playoffs. You got to switch some things up. You have to, because playoffs are all about matchups. It's a chess match. You might have to pull a different move out every game. You never know. You might got to play a guy a little bit this game. He don't even play at all next game. You never know. It's the playoffs. It's the playoffs, man. So you got to step that up. Boston. One thing I would say about Boston is they answered to the physicality that Orlando had brought out there to them, led by Jason Tatum. But I do feel like, they're a team that if you can get physical with them, if you can match up with them, because it's teams that match up a little better defensively than us. We just play at a different level as far as intensity and physicality. But personnel-wise, it's teams that match up better, like the Knicks. The personnel-wise match up better with them. But do they have that intensity that they're going to bring? Do they have that grit, which they just traded out of the way? I said it. When they traded for Cat, traded away DiVincenzo and Julius. I said it. That's that grit and grind. It's gone. So we're going to see how they do, because they're going to need it for Boston for sure, because you're not going to be able to beat them by just playing ball. You gotta get physical with this team. So we're going to see. We know the Knicks ain't do nothing all season against the top teams. We're going to see what they're going to do, man. I don't know. The way Brunson looking, we're going to see. But shout out to the Celtics, man. They did what they're supposed to do. All right, next one, we got the Knicks. I just said something about Brunson, might as well. Next, I don't know if y'all watched the game last night, but Brunson had to remind everybody that he is him. He is a top dog in this league. Now, shout out to Bibby. Said that injury messed y'all up. Needed him for the lineup for Orlando. For Orlando, for sure. Joe said Giannis might come holler at y'all. Hey, he can roll in the paint. You know, he just gotta be able to take a back seat to Paulo. You feel me? He just gotta take the back seat. That's all that matters. Because Paulo gonna be better than him. Shout out to the Greek Freak though. All right, man. The Knicks win their series 4-2. Now we thought that the Pistons was going to be able to pull this one out because the way they came out in that fourth quarter, the way they took command in the fourth quarter, hey, I was like, whoa, it's a wrap. Game 7. And a lot of Knicks fans felt like they was going to go 7 games with this Pistons team, which shows a lot for this young Pistons team. Shout out to the Pistons, man. I mean, it went from the worst franchise in the league to making the playoffs and putting on a show. You know, of course, they had some meltdowns within the series, but that's what young teams do. That's what teams do when your leader, this is his first playoff series. But Cade Cunningham did not disappoint at all, man. My boy Cade Cunningham was out there. He was playing his game. He still is learning when to take over and when not to take over. You can see that. You can see he's still trying to figure that out. He averaged 25 points, 8.7 assists, 8 rebounds, 1 block, and 1.8 steals. He did average 5 turnovers, which he can get that down. Shot 42% from the field. I feel like K did a good job his first year in the playoffs. You know, he had a couple games where Malik Beasley didn't really do much, who was cashing out all year. I believe he finished second behind Ant-Man in the three-pointers made. He was a no-show a couple games. Tim Hardaway went 0 for 6. I think they still won that game. I mean, even Tobias Harris won the game when he didn't do nothing. I mean, it was dudes out there leaving him out the drive, but he came to play for the most part every single game. You know, down the stretch, it's like as the series went on, you can tell he was maturing and learning, getting better and better at making decisions in those key moments. So I even said, you know, if you've been with your boy for a minute, I told you the boy K is coming. This year, it shows that he's ready to be a guy that can lead a team. He just needs a little bit more help. He needs another guy that can put the ball in the basket without him having to help him. And just not just hoisting up 3. I mean, get a bucket. That's what he needs. But the Knicks. This Knicks team scares me, man. I mean, this man that cat don't impress me. He just don't. He's a baller. Like, he a beast. But he don't show it all the time. I just don't get it with this guy, man. They had Tobias Harris as his matchup this series. Tobias Harris. Let me tell y'all what he did this series. He averaged 19 points, 10 rebounds, shooting 48.9% from the field. In the season, he averaged 24-12, shooting 52.6%. Everything dropped. Come on, man. Game 2, when they lost, 10 points, 6 rebounds. This is what I'm talking about. I don't trust the Knicks, man. I trust Brunson. See, I picked the Knicks to beat the Pistons because of Brunson. I said I think Brunson is just the best player on the court right now, and I think he's enough for them to win. I think the game's going to be close enough for him to just take over, and that's what he's been doing. But the fact that he has to do that so much, it scares me. I can't lie. It scares me. I just don't know if they got enough to truly contend and compete because of guys like Mikal Bridges. They gave up so much for Mikal Bridges. Oh my goodness. And Mikal Bridges is supposed to be one of the, not even one of the best two-way player in the league. Yeah, he's supposed to be the best at one point. Iron Man, don't miss a game, like, but he doesn't show up. That game too, they lost. Yeah, 4 plays down the stretch in a row. He shot the ball and missed. Terrible. He got to show up. He got to step up his game. Him and Cat got to come to play this next series because they ain't playing the Pistons, no young team. They playing a team that's been there, done that, and they know they can beat. They know they that. And y'all haven't shown y'all can beat them. Tom, hey, I'm not mad at you. You know, you took that L last game. That game when you ain't getting Brunson and Josh Hart in there. But dog, somebody got fouled or something. I mean, you gotta take that L on the foul. You can't leave him out there like you can't do that to your squad, man. You can't do that to your squad. That was bad. But between Brunson, Tom, and no, not Brunson. Between Mikal Bridges, Cat, and Tom, I don't know. We're gonna see. Tom been making some questionable decisions, man. I must say. First game, campaign come out there, ball out. Second game, he don't even get no burn. Like stuff like that is just ridiculous. But the Knicks won 4-2. The Pistons had a great year. If I'm a Pistons fan, I'm not upset at all. You know, you got to see a lot. And Asad Thompson, my boy, get in the lab. You can get to the basket, I will. But get like a floater, a little midi or something. Because you're the key, for sure. You ain't like you for y'all and your brother for the Rockets. Y'all the keys. So get in that lab, my boy. But that's the Wolves, man. I mean, that's the Knicks. You gotta talk about them Wolves now. Man, whew. What a series right here. The Wolves beat the Lakers 4-1. Man. Now, I just want to say this before I dive deep into the series. When I talk more about it. I felt like a lot of people had a lot of stock in the Lakers because they saw them go on that run in the season and they felt like they was a lot better than what they truly was. A lot of people brought up what Luka did last year and felt like they could apply it to this year on a whole new team, whole new players. LeBron's not Kyrie Irving. No disrespect to LeBron. Not saying Kyrie's better. They just two totally different players at two totally different points in their careers. Jackson Hayes. No disrespect, Jackson. But it's a reason why you ain't been getting no action. All your career, bro. You gotta step it up. You gotta get better at something. You gotta get your IQ together. But this series was all about matchups. It's just a bad matchup for the Lakers. Luka Doncic is a guy that can score well, but he can't defend and do nothing else really. He can rebound kind of. He's not a great like when you watch him play, he wows you with his buckets, his ball handling. But if you're a true basketball fan, you watch, you be like, he's not that good of a basketball player. He don't set picks, he don't cut, he don't box out, like little stuff like that. That's truly what makes you a really good basketball player. So the Lakers this year, I mean, they got humbled, I feel like. Well, I say Laker fans. Some Laker fans got humbled. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, shout out to Bibby, man. He a Laker fan. Got to build muscle. Talking about Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes gotta. It's not just the muscle though. It's like he gotta be mentally better, bro. You gotta know how to be in the right place at the right time. When you're a 7-footer, that's all it really takes. Cause you're right there at the basket. If you cut at the right time, you set your picks at the right time, you box out at the right time, it's gonna come to you. Like it's easy basketball. I feel like yes, the muscle does matter because you got to be able to bang down there for sure. But if you strong, you still ain't got no IQ. You just want to be a strong like person that ain't doing nothing. So I don't want to call you no dummy or nothing. But yeah. So last game, a lot of people was on outrage because Rudy Gobert was able to have a 27-point, 24 rebound game because Jackson Hayes did not play. They had Dorian Finney-Smith, I believe, starting at the 5. They brought in Max Kleber for a moment. I mean, I don't know what. I mean, Vanderbilt was out there. He had 7 rebounds though, which is pretty cool in 19 minutes. But that's another thing I was alluding to. My boy JJ Redick, this is his first year coaching, man. We can't expect him to not make mistakes. You can't expect him to not try things. You can't expect him to try things, and because it's his first year, you feel me? He gonna try some stuff, and that's what he did that last game. He said, "I'm gonna give him a different look. You're gonna try to space him out with some guys that can shoot the ball and see if LeBron and Luka can do their thing." But Luka just doesn't. I mean, I'm not trying to keep piling on Luka. He's just not a guy that impacts winning so much for me, man. He needs a certain type of team. LeBron is at the stage where he's trying to really not coast, but he's not really trying to take over and do too much. He's trying to just be a part of the run. You know what I mean? He's not trying to really full charge, carry, and lead the run. He shouldn't have to. But I believe the Lakers this offseason got to look in the mirror and say, hey, what we about to do? You saw Rob Pelinka saying that LeBron expects the roster to bolster, to get better, so they're going to do what they got to do. So we're going to see. You got Luka and LeBron. I feel like with those two, you can make some things happen. I like Austin Reeves. He definitely got to I like the fact that he took accountability. I'm not really too down on him because he's the third option. You don't expect the third option to really ball out. He had third option numbers, in my opinion. We just need a better flow for the Lakers. They need better personnel. Need some size down there, and I would even get a couple more better like wing players, guys that can actually do stuff on the wing, not just sit there and shoot. But the Timberwolves, man, they came in. They proved doubters wrong. Literally, the whole world was saying the Lakers could go to the finals and all this and all that. I never thought. I mean, I never counted it out because you do got Luka and LeBron, but I never was really sold on the Lakers. I felt like they just didn't have what it took in a playoff series because you got to remember when Luka went to the finals, he had 2 solid big men, 2 solid centers. He had PJ Washington out there. He had size. When LeBron won, he had AD. And even before that, he was a freight train. He's not that same freight train that's going down there and imposing his will and strength. He's not doing that no more. So it's different. The Timberwolves, they got size, man. Julius Randle. Shout out to Julius Randle. That's my guy. He gets a lot of slander for his play in the playoffs. And I feel like this is when this trade had happened, I felt like this was a good fit for him, man. Him and Anthony Edwards, they have the same type of attitude, demeanor, seems like. They seem like they both dogs, they both just trying to get the job done. If Ant-Man yell at Randall, he ain't gonna take it personal, or if Randall yell at Ant, he ain't gonna take it personal. Like, they can talk to each other. Randall averaged 22 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. He shot 48% from the field. In the season, he averaged 18, 7, and 4, shooting 48%. So he upped his scoring. That was good. He didn't rebound as much, which is a little understandable. Game slows down, not as many shots going up as in the regular season. But shout out to Randall. Shout out to Ant-Man. He balled out. Jaden McDaniels, another guy. He's a guy I think he deserves a lot of credit. He's really good. He's a really good two-way player. He actually might be someone that we can say is one of the best in the league. He gets a lot more. If he gets a lot more opportunities to put the ball in the basket, you saw what he can do. He had 2 30-point games this series, I believe. Jaden McDaniels. He had a 25-point game and a 30-point game. In the season, he averaged 12 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. This series, 17 points, 6 rebounds. and he shot 57% from the field, and he shot 47% in the season. So he upped his play, and that's what you need, man. You need your guys to up their play. Now the Timberwolves are waiting to see who wins from the Warriors series, Warriors and the Rockets, who play tonight, and it's gonna be interesting because the Timberwolves have a lot of size and they can pose a matchup problem for a lot of teams. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this thing unfolds, man. But I think that's all the games, all the series that ended. We got the Rockets and the Warriors tonight. I got the Rockets getting up out of there tonight. Warriors are home. So the way the Rockets came out yesterday, the Warriors got Draymond, Steph, and Jimmy Butler. And I feel like they understand the assignment. They understand that it's time to put the nail in the coffin. It's time to get this over with. So I think the Warriors about to get them about of there. I think Steph Curry gonna at least hit 5 threes. Jimmy Butler gonna have a good game. Might do a little bit of everything. I don't know what Draymond's gonna do. He might hit a 3 or 2 though. Draymond can hit some threes, but I think it's over for the Rockets. They're too inconsistent, especially in Golden State. It's been tough for them there, and I don't think they're gonna be able to get the job done with their backs against the wall like this. I just don't. Then tomorrow we got the Clippers and the Nuggets. Now that one is going to be interesting. That's a coin flip right there. To be quite honest, if I were to put my money on somebody, it would be Kawhi Leonard. But then he got James Harden over there, so that'd be tough. But for this game, man, I'm gonna rock with the Nuggets. I'm rocking with the Nuggets because I think Jokic is just the best player out there. Jamal Murray's been elevating his play out of the roof as he always does in the playoffs. And believe it or not, man, I got faith in Westbrook, man. Westbrook is just a guy that just makes plays. He makes it happen. So shout out to them boys, man. But that's all your boy got for y'all today. Make sure y'all lock in with your boy because playoffs, we just in round 1, man. We still got 2 more games this round. Round 2 starts on Sunday. So, it's getting nitty-gritty, y'all. But y'all know your boy gonna be back. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, become a member. The link is down low in the bio. Check out all the shows. They also down low in the bio. And lock in with your boy, man. Become a member. Subscribe to the channel. Because your boy always gonna be here for y'all, man. And you know why? That's because real ballers, they gonna ball.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.